Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we're going to take a look at the data sheets for the new Slaanesh stuff for Warhammer 40k. Oh my god. So we have a better idea as to what is happening with these guys, what we're going to see from them. This is the 40k stuff, obviously. As you can see right there, it says Warhammer 40k. And we'll start with the Keeper of Secrets, which is still such a good model. I like it way too much. I'm going to end up buying one before I actually need one. There's so much other stuff I need to put together and paint and all of that stuff, but look at it. Christ, so good. Okay, so let's have a look at the stat line. I mean, the incredible new Keeper of Secrets. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. So, Keeper of Secrets. Basic stat line. It's got a damage table, so it's weapon skill and ballistic skill 2+, strength 6, toughness 7, 16 wounds, nice, leadership 10, and a depressing 6+ save. Although it is a demon, so that that's just pretty standard, really, isn't it? They don't have great saves, unfortunately, demons, but it does have the damage table. So when it's got 9 to 16 wounds, it has 14 inches of movement, which is fucking terrifying, let's be honest. 4 snapping claws and a 6 attacks. Snapping claws is interesting. We'll see what that does in a sec. And then with 5 to 8, it's got a 11-inch movement, 3 snapping claws and 5 attacks. 1 to 4, it's got 7-inch movement, 2 snapping claws and 4 attacks. So, what do the snapping claws do? Let's start with that. Melee, obviously, type melee. Strength is used, so 6, which is, AP minus 3, damage 3. Okay, each time this model fights, it can make a number of additional attacks with this weapon equal to the number shown in its damage table. Each time a wound roll of 6+ is made for an attack with this weapon, that attack is resolved with an AP of minus 4 instead of minus 3. Okay, this is multi-layered. So, okay, I get it. So, it's got 6 attacks, and then it can attack with the snapping claws 4 times. Cool. Christ. So yeah, so 6 standard attacks, which I'm assuming it says underneath, it's got the Wit Stealer Sword, which strength is +2, otherwise the same, and subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by a model that has lost any wounds from this weapon. That's fun, I like that. So by the look of things, it can make 6 attacks with that, and then make a further 4 attacks with the snapping claws. That's quite nasty. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's fun. That's actually kind of fun. Oh, I like it. I do like that 14-inch movement. That's, I mean, if you think about it, like if you scale it up to like actual, life size, how quickly is something that big running towards you? You would be absolutely bricking it. Jesus. Okay, what else has he got? So there is also more war gear options in the kit. A living whip, nice. Sinistrous Hand, Ritual Knife, and Shining Aegis. I'm assuming the Shining Aegis is a shield, all of which have a powerful profile or ability to represent them. For example, if you like the idea of your Keeper of Secrets stealing the life essence of its victims to heal itself, then the Sinistrous Hand is for you. If this model has a Sinistrous Hand, it regains D3 lost wounds at the end of the fight phase if any enemy models other than vehicles were slain by wounds inflicted by this model's attacks during that fight phase. Well, if you pile that into the right units, that's going to be pretty easy to get those D3 lost wounds back, let's be honest. That's nice, I like that, that's fun. Oh, okay, I'm already happy with the Keeper of Secrets. Okay, there's also Shalaxi Helbane, so that's obviously available in 40k and Age of Sigmar. So much more evil looking for whatever reason. And Shalaxi Helbane has got Soul Piercer. If you wouldn't be a Slaanesh model if there wasn't a bit of piercing going on, let's be honest. So again, melee, strength is ×2, okay, AP minus 4, damage is D6. Each time a wound roll of 6+ is made for an attack with this weapon, that attack is resolved with a damage characteristic of 6 instead of D6 if the target of the attack is a character. Okay, so yeah, essentially point that at characters and I'm assuming watch them melt by the look of things. That's nasty. That's really nasty. That's fun. That's a proper character assassin, that. Oh my god. Okay, that's cool. Shalaxi wears the Cloak of Constriction, which, when combined with the mesmerising aura ability shared by all greater demons of Slaanesh, will confound even the most dangerous enemies. So for this one, mesmerising aura is subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made with melee weapons that target this model. I like that a lot. And Cloak of Constriction, subtract 1 from wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons that target this model. Ow. Oh, Shalaxi's going to be awful to deal with. Well, I say awful to deal with. Shoot anything enough and it'll disappear, but that's sort of horrible, really, in close combat, let's face it. Nice. Okay, we also have, however you pronounce this shit, Silesk, the Vengeful Allegiance. Now, I have seen a few people say that that is too Age of Sigmar to work in 40k. I think the base model for this might be a bit too Age of Sigmar on reflection, but I think you could throw in some 40k bits and bobs here and there and make that nicely 40k. I mean, the armor is it's quite fantasy, but on the other hand, you could replace part of that backpack with some Chaos Space Marine backpack parts, stick some vents and a few more traditional looking bits on there. The axe, looking at that, you could totally chop off the head of the axe. Like, if you take it off just above the hand, you could probably drill into the hand and pin like some sort of massive, like a chain glaive or something like that. There'll be ways to properly 40k that thing up, because I do like that model, and I was thinking I'll probably end up grabbing it to make a Demon Prince out of, but it'll be not the same as that. There are a few different places where I think you could do something funky with that thing. Anyway, what's his there? This strange demon is part Herald, part Demon Prince, and has a murderously powerful combined profile to match. So, movement of 9 inches, weapon skill 2+, political 2+, strength 4, toughness 6, wounds 8, attacks 8, leadership 9, and a 4+ save. If your heart skipped a beat when you saw that they fight with 8 attacks, just wait until you see the profiles for the weapons they wield. Oh, and did we mention that they can fight with both weapons, with 8 attacks each? Enemies of Slaanesh, beware. Holy shit. Okay, so, Scourging Whip. How have you pronounced that? 6 inches, range, type assault d6, strength user, AP -2, damage 1. The bearer can make attacks with this weapon whilst within 1 inch of an enemy unit, and attacks with this weapon can target enemy units within 1 inch of friendly units. Okay, cool. Axe of Dominion is melee, obviously. +3 to strength, AP -3, and damage 3. No special rules on that. And then there's Scourging Whip, which again, melee. Strength is user, AP -1, damage 1. Make D3 hit rolls instead of 1 for each attack made with this weapon. Nice. Okay, so this is the special bit then. Deadly Symbiosis. The first time this model fights in each fight phase, it can only make attacks with either its Scourging Whip or its Axe of Dominion. The first time this model finishes a consolidation move in each fight phase, it can then choose a new target and resolve its close combat attacks again, but when it does so, all of its attacks must be made with the other weapon. If this model charged this turn, these attacks can still only target units that it declared a charge against in the previous phase. That's nasty. That's fun. I like that. Kind of that really does work. It's like a weird kind of 2-person unit fighting as one. I really like the idea of like switching from one weapon to the other. Like, as one finishes a swing, the other one begins theirs. Like, just a never-ending cycle of close combat awful, basically. But that's a really fun implementation of that, actually. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. Okay, of course, as a combination of Herald and Demon Prince, they also combine the Locust and Prince of Slaanesh or abilities for rerolls of 1s to hit and +1 strength. Ouch. Yeah, I agree with that. So this is the weird thing, right? The weird mirror thing, the contorted epitome, which I still like the big mirror thing itself. I get more like a portal, I guess. And the metal tentacle tail things are still cool, and they could be used for all sorts of fun stuff. Still not sure about the demonettes themselves, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the sleeves still on that one, and to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the faces so much either, which is a shame because I like the rest of the models. It's just the sleeves are weird. That one's doing a weird thing with her face. Apart from that, though, I do like the actual like mirror portal thing itself. So what does this do then? So the contorted epitome. It's a disturbing creation. Well, they're not wrong there. Will make a formidable addition to any army of Slaanesh demons. It's a psychic powerhouse able to manifest and deny 2 powers a turn, all while gaining a bonus from its Gift of Power ability whenever it does so. Okay, so Gift of Power, add 1 to psychic test and deny the witch test taken for this model, right? On the off chance an enemy psyker does breach the contorted epitome's high-kick defences, it will be all but immune to any mortal wounds it suffers. Swallow energy, sorry. Roll 1d6 each time this model suffers a mortal wound. On a 2+, that mortal wound is ignored. Okay. Right. Jeez. It also has the means to prevent enemies from falling back, an ability that will be all the more effective if you supplement it with the Phantasmagoria power from the Slaanesh discipline first. So Horrible Fascination means that if an enemy unit is within 6 inches with this ability is chosen to fall back, your opponent must first roll 3d6. The unit can only fall back if the total is less than the highest leadership characteristic in that unit. Okay, I like that, that's fun. And Phantasmagoria. It has a warp charge value of 6. If manifested, enemy units must subtract 1 from their leadership characteristic until the start of your next psychic phase, whilst they're within 12 inches of the psyker. Okay, so yeah, I see what they mean. That's interesting. That's an interesting unit. The thing is, at the moment, I'm assuming it is like a unit. I'm assuming it's not like a terrain thing or anything. I mean, it certainly seems to be being treated as an actual unit itself. And I guess it has like a full stat line. I would assume so. It's got, I mean, it can move around, obviously. It's just very weird. It's like, I'm just trying to think of if there's like something else that's similar to that amongst the other stuff that we've seen from, for 40k at least, demon-wise. I know there's like the rotten wood, I don't know what they're called, the Nurgle trees, the festering blight tree or something. It's all, you know what I mean, it's all daft names. I get the feeling this is mobile though. It's not just a terrain feature, it's an actual thing that moves about, I would guess. It's a weird one. It's weird. I like the abilities it has. It's just an odd thing. I'm not sure what to make of it. Overall though, these things look pretty good. They look pretty nice. And I have to admit, I thought I was most excited about the Keeper of Secrets. I really like the implementation of Silesque. It feels like they've tried to do something a bit different, a bit fun with this, and I think it's worked well. It really does give it probably gives the idea of two people fighting together as one. I do like that. That's a good implementation of that. So yeah, that is the data sheets for some of the stuff coming to 40k. It's obviously not all of the details. There are other things that they will come with, but it's a nice little taster of it. And overall, I'm liking this stuff. Since there's going to be a bunch of demons supporting my Emperor's Children, we have no reason not to pick any of this up. Sadly, my wallet cries endlessly. But then again, it's 40k. Everyone's fucking wallet cries endlessly, doesn't it? Yeah, it's cool. I like that. Let me know what you think of this stuff in the comments down below. And in the meantime, feel free to click any of the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like. Don't click if you don't want to. And I will see you for the next one. Toodaloo.